Welcome back to Divinity Virtue. So this is gonna be just an interesting video. I don't know if anyone's ever really just wanted to give up. And it sounds weird because this year I know I'm in a spiritual awakening. It's been 2 years so far. And this year has been so hard. Nobody even understands. It's like I go through isolation. It's not even that I don't see a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I can go out at any time. I can meet people. I can talk to people on the street. I have that ability that I attract a lot of people. I do bring a lot of people towards me. And this whole entire year has just been horrible. I gotta tell you, last year I was riding on cloud nine, thought I found the love of my life, blah 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 blah. So I know that I've been put on this path by a psychic. And I know that every day I wake up, even if today goes, hey, it's going to be the same as yesterday, I know that I'm not doing anything different. I'm not changing my ways. I'm focusing on myself. And I know that in my second and third path, which is very interesting, you actually have to let go of the twin flame. And I think that's just the life lesson of learning to not go back to situations that even though it's comfortable or something you may have invested time into, it's probably for the best to make sure that you always love yourself first. And like I said, this year started off, I was taking my CFA, which is 8 months, 4,000 pages, notes, questions, videos, everything. If I would have passed that, I would have made six figures right off the bat, just off that first exam. I knew I wasn't going to pass it, but I was going for the home run. I missed. Then I also figured that I had, I don't know, $10,000. It was something around there saved, and that I was going to start a business. And then the thing was is I never knew what type of business I was going to start. I didn't know if what I wanted to do. So now I spent a year trying to find jobs just to kind of maintain my bills and whatnot. And this isn't a lie. I probably applied for anywhere from 5 to 8 thousand jobs this year. For a guy who has an economics degree, a finance degree, his air brakes, his class, 13 designations behind his name, mortgage broker's associate, finance, insurance, you name it. I have it behind my name. And honestly, I can't find a job for the life of me. And it's getting to the point of what do you do? So I've invested in Bitcoin. Okay. Well, that's not going to be an instant overnight thing. That's going to be probably a year. Started this company up. Everything I've done on the company, I'm thinking it's kind of the same as everything else that everyone else has done. So how do I make it different? So my last video, I talked about um, essentially trying to figure out if I should charge you guys for fitness and diet. And I think now that I've kind of had a few days to think about it, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my website free on the diet and fitness regimens. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to post videos, or I'm going to show different ways of working out, stuff like that. That way everyone has free advice out there. It's just really coming from my website and giving the traffic. And I'll focus more on consulting people on life goals, on career paths, on triggers and habits. And you can say, well, you can't find a job yourself. You're right. So it's like I'm the oxymoron, I guess. I don't know how to change what is and what isn't. I just know that every door in my life is closing. And like I said, once you go through like a spiritual awakening, it's horrible. I can't even tell you how horrible it is. All my friends, they're gone. Like the old version of me, gone. And it's weird because it's like when you think of who you truly are, you're nothing. You're nothing. It doesn't even matter. You're nothing. At the end of the day, you're nothing. So unless you're willing to help people out and just be the best version you can be, you won't be anything. I'm a nobody. I know this. I'm a nobody. I get it. But like, this just whole year, I wanted to give up. I wanted to give up on everything. And it's like, I just know that I wake up and I go, okay, today's another day. Go to the gym, eat healthy, work on the business. Even though I'm stuck on all these ideas, it's coming. It's coming. But yeah, I just can't even tell you guys. And like even last week was very interesting. Or sorry, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Like I said, I feel like I'm in isolation. I feel like even though I can talk to anyone, I can't talk to anyone. I can't tell you guys how I'm feeling. It's not like I'm depressed. It's not like I'm anxious about anything. I know that my life is already set up. I've already heard about where my life goes. It's just now that once you start seeing it happen and you can go, so you're telling me a psychic said this was going to happen. This happened 10 years ago. 10 years ago. 2013. So 10 years ago, I knew about my life, and now it's just started to happen. So it's like every day I wake up and I go, okay, I obviously have to go through some karmic hell because I was a shitbag in life where I did some very shitty things to some probably good people that I'm paying for it now. It's okay. I get that. You know what? I was not a good person back in the past. Even though some people say, oh, you didn't do bad stuff. To me, I did bad stuff. So it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I guess like yeah, I don't know. I went out like I said. I went out last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. And there's this bartender. She has just such a good aurora and personality to her that it's nice to be around. You feel comfortable around her. And I just felt so lost in life. Like nothing's been going my way. My friends are down. Last year we all had money. We could go out and enjoy life. This year we're all trying to struggle. And I know that's all because of it's like a world financial crash. They just want to see what could happen. They know that if they can get rid of the middle class, it's going to be the wealthy and the poor. That's really what it's coming down to. No more middle class. You guys gotta be real with yourselves. Government's not going to take care of you. Middle class is done. The poor, they can barely survive, so you know what? It is what it is. They get their free sandwich or free water and they go do their hustle to get their drugs. That's their life. The rich, they can afford everything, so they don't ask for anything except for whether it's tax handouts or business write-offs or stuff like that. But you know what? They're playing the system, and that's what the way they should do. It's not like they've done anything against the system. They're just making the system work for them. It's not changing the wheel. It's just making the wheel work for you. You know, like I said, this whole year has just been it's ego breakdown. 5,000 jobs I've applied for, probably 5,000 denials. It's horrible. Man, it gets so bad that like the denials are literally like 2 minutes after I apply for the job. I'm just thinking, oof, AI really doesn't like me apparently. And then like I wrote my CFA and I was supposed to go back and talk to the psychic. She's actually on my Facebook, so she doesn't really give me too much information unless I fully pay for a reading, which will happen in time. But I can remember after failing my CFA exam, and I can tell you back in the day, the psychic said like she told my mom, my mom goes, am I going to see my son ever again? She looked at me, she looked at my mom, and she goes, oh, he's gone. I'm going to tell you, after I wrote my CFA exam, I hitchhiked back from South Calgary to Lethbridge, and I got picked up by my neighbor. 74 kilometers. Might have even been more. I think it was around 84, but I think 74 is the right number. But I think it was 84. Just something tells me 84. Whatever. And that walk back, when you're walking on the highway on a Friday with a bag of clothes on one shoulder, a bag of food on the other, it's you versus the world. There's nobody going to be here that helps you. It's you gotta learn that, and that's the really hard part. Because I know that like right now, nobody can help me. I gotta do my own shadow work, go through my own triggers, wake up every day. I already know that like I'm not going to be anything this year. I'm gonna have to settle for some debt this year, so I'm gonna have to work hard next year, and it's just gonna be another 6 months to a year that puts me behind, and it doesn't actually allow me to move forward. I want to get this company going. I'm going to focus on habits and triggers, goals, and career paths. I'm going to have my website dedicated to just health and wellness, well being, good vibes, good thoughts, good inspirational quotes, just ways to change your thought process and change the way you're thinking. As far as everything else goes, it's just been a very long road. I don't even know what to tell you. I just don't know what to say. Honestly, people are going to let you down. Country's going to let you down. Job's going to let you down. Life's probably going to let you down. Find whatever makes you happy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I wake up every day. I know the path that's coming up, and I can't change anything about it. I just have to wake up and just do the best part, knowing that it'll eventually come. So if my spirit awakening lasts for 2 years so far, and it lasts another 2 years, well, then that's 4 years of just hell. If it ends quicker, great. If my twin flame didn't play games and didn't hurt me and put me through the ringer, good on her. You know what? Good on her. She loses the truest form of love that she'll ever have, so I do have to move forward on that, and that's probably a nice little life lesson for everyone as well. That you may think you may never find love, but I'm going to tell you, me and her, the way we met, it is what it is. Just two people at a very lonely time that our souls just connected. Cool. But don't ever chase the past. I think you always have to realize that the future, there's something better coming. And I read a lot of like motivational books, or I watch a lot of motivational videos off of YouTube and stuff like that. And it's just even one of the things like one guy said, sometimes it's like the guy who sails a ship. He goes on the ship, he knows the direction he has to go. He's in the middle of the ocean. He just goes, I keep going. Because at the end of the day, there's got to be land somewhere. You just got to keep going, right? Like you don't know what you're going for, but it's got to be there. And I read another thing, Bob Marley actually. He goes, when you're on a path and you know that you're just supposed to do something good, you just do it. And that's what this soul contract is for me. I know this because it's not like I want to do anything bad. I could go back to drinking. I could go back to sleeping around, getting into stupid shit, making fast money, but I can't. I don't know. It's like I'm supposed to show the world how to live through life easy, eating the things that have just been given to you. Maybe I don't know what's going to happen. I can't even tell you. This is just. absolutely craziness in my world. Honestly, I don't know. I'm blessed every day that I'm alive. My best friend, you know, she asked me out on a date the other day, and honestly, if she comes back, I'll give her my heart. She's just so beautiful. She's just that girl that everyone wants to take advantage of her. Kind of like me. She's just got that nice heart where she cares about kids and animals, and that's all she posts on Facebook and everything. And honestly, that's all I want. I just want a nice girl in my life that grass isn't greener on the other side. I want wife, family, future, everything I'm doing for this like business, even though it's not up and running yet. Every thought process, every video I make, even if I'm a failure in my own mind, and I got a lot of successes. I really do. I do. So it's just my own mind and my own thoughts, okay? But if I'm a failure, I might as well fail on myself. Seems like this year wants to beat me down, so I'm just gonna keep taking the beatings. That being said, thank you very much. God bless. Amen. Gotta take your losses before you become the boss. Try to be 1% better. DivinityVirtue.com. It's gonna be an interesting ride. I hope that everyone has a good November. Let's remember our fallen soldiers from each country on Remembrance Day. I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know. I hope that we all learn to love each other, be a better version of ourselves. Just try to build this world up. It's already tough as it is. God bless. Thank you. Amen.